Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Our mission today, well, we're diving into the Springboks team announcement for the Japan game at Wembley. We're really dissecting those 5 key strategic takeaways Adam Kirikou identified. It's all about Rassie Erasmus, his genius, and maybe some calculated risks.
Definitely feels like classic Rassie.
Absolutely. So if you really want to get under the hood of block planning, make sure you subscribe right now to Rugby Obsession wherever you get your deep dives. Look, this team sheet, it's got that Erasmus signature all over it, hasn't it?
Oh, for sure.
You've got the hardened World Cup winners, but then these, well, aggressive, almost shot call-ups mixed in. He's definitely got one eye on this Saturday, but maybe both eyes on Australia 2027.
That's exactly it. It's this constant tension, isn't it, between winning now and building for the future. Every single selection feels weighted. You know, he's not just picking guys to fill jerseys. He's running these essential tests, litmus tests, really.
On his contingency measures, as he calls them.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Especially for those key positions where veterans might be moving on soon. He is a future-proof.
Okay, let's unpack the biggest one, though. The one that got everyone talking. The new kid on the block.
Zachary Porthen.
Yeah, 21-year-old Stormers tight head Zachary Porthen getting his test debut as a starter. I mean, just him being in the squad was a bit of a surprise, right?
It was, and then straight into the number 3 jersey.
Yeah.
Well, it's a statement, a very aggressive one.
It feels audacious, maybe.
It is audacious, genuinely. He's not just debuting, he's set to become the youngest Springbok prop in the professional era. That's huge.
Wow.
But, you know, you have to look at the structure Rassie's put around him. It's not like he's being thrown completely to the wolves.
Okay.
He's packing down between 2 absolute giants, Malcolm Marx at hooker, Oxenich at loosehead, massive experience right there.
Yeah, okay.
And then look at the bench, Wilco Liu, veteran tight head, knows Wembley, knows Japan, and crucially, you've got Dan Human, the scrum guru, watching everything.
Still, though, a 21-year-old tight head at Wembley against Japan, who, let's be honest, pride themselves on those low, sharp scrums. Isn't that, I don't know, borderline reckless, even with the big names nearby?
Yeah, look, that's where the calculated part of the risk comes in. Tight head is probably the toughest position on the park, physically, technically, mentally. Erasmus could have gone safe. He could have picked Vincent Koch easily.
Sure.
But the need for this test, it's being driven by that big question mark over Franz Milherb. His long-term fitness, his return, it's uncertain.
They have to find out about Porthen now.
They have to. They need a sustainable young option. Now, as Rassie said, at this level, you have to sink or swim.
Right.
But importantly, they've given him a pretty solid PCFD, you know?
Yeah.
A personal flotation device.
Made of Marx, Morse, and Liu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All that experience designed to cushion the initial impact while he learns on the job fast.
Okay, the environment is key. Got it. Let's switch to the bench then. The Rassie Riddle. He loves this sideshow, doesn't he? Keeping everyone guessing. Is it 62? 53? Maybe even 44. But this week, we got a clear answer and a really intriguing twist in the bomb squad.
Yeah, this is where the tactical games really come into play. Andre Esterhuizen, listed among the forwards on the bench.
Which confirms that new role for him, right? In the pack.
It does. It confirms it officially. Now, for anyone maybe not familiar, the bomb squad, historically, that's been about bringing on almost a whole new forward pack, usually 6 of them, around halftime.
The 62 split. Massive power.
Right. Maintain or even ramp up the physicality.
Yeah.
But the risk with 62 has always been.
You lose a back early and you're suddenly exposed.
Oh,
especially in the centers or at fullback.
Exactly. But Esterhuizen, he kind of solves that problem, doesn't he?
How so?
Well, he takes up one of those 6 forward spots on the bench, but he offers this incredible flexibility. We've seen him play in the back row for the Bucks now. He's got the size, the power.
He can clear rucks, carry hard.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if, say, they lose Damien Dealanda or Jesse Creel during the game, no problem. Esterhuizen just slots back into midfield.
Ah, so you get the power benefit of the 62 split, but without that huge risk of being short in the back line. Clever.
Very clever. It's
Yeah.
almost having your cake and eating it too, tactically.
So who else is making up this bench then, this bomb squad?
Well, it's got a distinct flavor up front. An all-Bulls front row replacement unit. Johan Grabelar, Gerhard Steenkamp, Wilco Liu.
Okay.
Then you've got Ruan Nortje for lock cover, and Quagga Smith, obviously covering the back row. That's your 6 forwards, including Esterhuizen, technically.
And the backs?
Just the 2. Grant Williams for scrum half, Manny Libek covering fly half, and potentially elsewhere.
So listing Esterhuizen with the forwards isn't just semantics, it's about signaling that back row cover potential.
Exactly. He's credible cover there for those high-impact minutes if needed.
Right, let's shift focus. Geography plays a part here too, doesn't it? This Wembley game was partly set up for the Japan-based players.
It was. And look at the team sheet. 9 players in the matchday 23 are currently playing in Japan's League One. That's a lot.
Can you run through them?
Sure. You've got Cheslin Kolbe, Jesse Creel, Damien Dalen, Jesper Wise, Franco Mostert, Lou De Jager, Malcolm Marks, Quagga Smith, and Manny Libek on the bench, too.
Okay, 9 players.
Yeah, and that throws up a couple of really interesting subplots, I think.
Well, what?
Well, first, these guys know their opponents really well, and the Japanese players and coaches know them just as well. That adds a little, extra spice to the test. Familiarity breeds contempt, maybe, or at least intensity.
And the second subplot, we can't ignore the man coaching Japan, can we?
Oh, absolutely not. Eddie Jones. His history with the Springboks goes way back, assistant coach in that 2007 World Cup win.
He knows the bunted DNA inside out.
Better than almost anyone outside South Africa, probably. So you can bet Japan will be incredibly well prepped for the set piece, the physicality,
Sure.
which, going back, makes that Porthen selection feel even bolder.
Good point. Now, with so many Japan-based players involved, one name really stands out by not being there. Pieter-Steph du Toit.
Yeah, that's a deliberate omission.
Yeah.
Man management.
Saving him for tougher tests ahead.
Seems pretty clear. Rassie's holding him back for the bigger matches later in the tour. This game, for many of these guys, it's about getting minutes in the legs. Especially those who haven't played since, the Rugby Championship? They need game time. Du Toit, he's such an engine, maybe needs less ramp-up. So they back him to come in fresh later.
It all feeds into that strategic management, doesn't it? Planning workloads.
Precisely. And look, we really want to hear what you think about all this.
Yeah, get involved. What's your take on Rassie's moves? Is that Esterhuizen back row thing pure genius? Or is it maybe a bit too risky if injuries pile up?
We love seeing your comments, your tactical thoughts, so let us know. And hey, if you're finding this deep dive useful for understanding Rassie's thinking,
then please do hit that subscribe button for Rugby Obsession. It really helps us keep doing this.
Okay, let's move to another big talking point. The back three, specifically number 15.
Right. Affoleo Fassi's injured. Willie LaRue isn't selected for this one. The fullback jersey was kind of up for grabs.
And the answer is clear. Cheslin Kolbe. He's the first cab off the rank, as they say, at 15 for this game.
Now that's interesting. It's a deliberate move, isn't it? Not just filling a gap.
Oh, absolutely strategic. It's about future-proofing that position again. We all know Kolbe is world-class out wide on the wing.
Undeniably.
But his experience at fullback, well, he has played there for his club in Japan, Tokyo Sun Goliath. So it's not entirely new.
But hang on. Okay, he's got the X factor, obviously, unreal speed. But isn't the core job of a test fullback about dominating the air? Positional play under the high ball? Is Kolbe solid enough there, or is Rassie maybe sacrificing some defensive solidity for that attacking brilliance?
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? That's the debate. Kolbe's generally good defensively, reads play well, his speed helps cover ground.
But the high ball specifically, that's the test.
That's the absolute test here. A solid performance under the high ball at Wembley is crucial. Because if he nails it, suddenly Rassie has another top-tier, proven option at 15, looking towards 2027.
It's another one of those contingency measures. Insurance.
Exactly. Insurance against an injury crisis or loss of form elsewhere.
Yeah.
If Kolbe looks comfortable and secure, it just opens up so many more selection options down the line. If he struggles, well, the experiment might get parked pretty quickly.
Which brings us back to that main theme running through this whole selection, doesn't it? These insurance policies, these succession plans.
Yep. It's not just Porthen at tight head or Kolbe at fullback. There are others feeling that pressure, needing to prove something this November.
Like Johan Grobbelaar at hooker.
Absolutely. Think about his situation. He gets a massive recall here. Remember, he was overlooked back in July. And for the Rugby Championship. They preferred Marnus van der Merwe then.
So this is a huge chance for him. Why bring him back now?
It's a golden opportunity for Grobbelaar to really cement himself as the reliable number 3 hooker. And why now? Succession planning. Again.
Because Bongi Mbonimbi isn't getting any younger.
Exactly. Bongi's still fantastic, but you have to plan ahead. And the other young hooker, Jan-Hendrik Wessels, his involvement has been a bit uncertain lately.
So Rassie needs stability, depth behind Malcolm Marks.
Desperately. So Grobbelaar's performance against Japan, it's not just about the result. It's about him showing he can handle the pressure, manage the set piece at test level, and basically lock down that crucial third hooker spot for the next World Cup cycle.
Okay, so if we pull all these threads together then, Porthen's debut, Esterhousen's hybrid role, Kolbe's test at 15, Grobler's recall, what's the big picture? What does this team tell us about Rassie's grand strategy?
I think it shows a master class in blending things. You've got tactical flexibility like with Esterhuizen, you've got aggressive youth integration with Porthen, but it's all underpinned by these veteran safety nets like Marks and Niche or Lou on the bench.
It's not just about winning this one game.
No, definitely not. He's stress testing the whole system, pushing the depth chart hard. He's demanding rookies step up immediately, sink or swim, but with a life jacket. And at the same time, he's demanding incredible versatility, even positional sacrifices, from his established stars like Kolbe and Esterhuizen.
It suggests he sees potential weak spots or areas that need reinforcing for the long haul.
That's how I read it. He's identifying and trying to fix potential vulnerabilities years before they become critical, years ahead of Australia 2027.
Fascinating stuff, really building towards the future while managing the present.
Which leads to maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to ponder.
Go on.
This push for hyperversatility. We see Esterhuizen covering back row and center, Kolbe wing and fullback. Is this constant shifting going to create this incredibly adaptable, resilient squad, a team full of Swiss Army knives? Or is there a risk it might dilute their core specialist skills in the long run? Where's the balance?
A really interesting question for the future of the Springboks. Lots to think about there. And to make sure you don't miss our continuing analysis on where the Boks are heading, please subscribe to Rugby Obsession now. Thank you for listening to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive, and we will look forward to you listening to our next episode.